Have you ever wondered why a patch of grass grows better in one area of your garden or field than another? Now imagine if we could harness the secret behind that thriving patch of green and spread it across your entire field. This is where the magic of soil fertility comes in. It's much more than just dirt under our feet. It's a bustling microcosm of life, teeming with organisms and nutrients that plants need to grow. One of the key players in this underground world is soil pH. Soil pH is not just a number. It's a telltale sign of your soil's health. It can mean the difference between a lush green field and a barren wasteland, and it's something you, as a caretaker of the land, have the power to influence. So let's dive into the world of soil pH and liming, and how they play a crucial role in the fertility of your grassland. So what exactly is soil pH? Well, to understand soil pH, we first need to grasp the concept of pH itself. Picture pH as a scale that stretches from 0 to 14. This scale measures how acidic or alkaline a substance is. At the middle of the scale, at 7, we have what's considered neutral, neither acidic nor alkaline. Any value less than 7 indicates acidity, while any value greater than 7 suggests alkalinity. Now let's bring this concept down to earth, quite literally, and talk about soil pH. The pH of soil is a key factor that influences its fertility. It's like the soil's mood ring, indicating how happy or unhappy the nutrients within it may be. You see, soil pH affects the availability of all plant nutrients. When the soil is too acidic, a low pH, certain nutrients like phosphorus, potassium and molybdenum become less available to plants. On the other hand, when the soil is too alkaline, a high pH, nutrients like iron, manganese and zinc become less available. Essentially, if the soil pH isn't just right, the plants can't access the nutrients they need to thrive, no matter how abundant those nutrients might be. That's why it's crucial to maintain an optimum soil pH. This optimum level isn't a one-size-fits-all value, but rather depends on the specific needs of the plants growing in the soil. For grasslands, the sweet spot is generally between 6.3 and 6.5. But how can we correct the soil pH if it's not within this optimum range? The answer, my friends, lies in a common mineral many of us take for granted: limestone. But not all limestone is created equal. There are different types like calcium and magnesium limestone, each with its own unique properties and uses, and knowing when to apply lime and when not to can make all the difference in the world to your soil's fertility. So a non-optimum soil pH can have a significant impact on the availability of essential nutrients in the soil. But don't worry, we're going to dig deeper into this in the next scenes. Stay tuned. Now, what happens when the soil pH is not at its optimum level? Imagine this: you've just spent hours preparing a delicious meal, only to realize you've added too much salt. The dish is now unpalatable and all your hard work has gone to waste. Much like cooking, soil pH requires a delicate balance. If the soil pH veers too far from the optimum, it can lead to nutrient deficiencies or toxicities. This, in turn, affects plant growth and overall health. Grass require a variety of nutrients to grow, and these nutrients are most available in soil with a pH between 6.3 and 6.5. But if the pH is too low, meaning the soil is too acidic, nutrients like phosphorus, potassium and magnesium become less available. This can lead to stunted plant growth, yellowing leaves, and overall poor health. On the other hand, if the pH is too high, meaning the soil is too alkaline, other nutrients become less available. This includes iron, manganese, and zinc. This can also lead to poor grass performance and in some cases can even be toxic to the plant. It's a careful balancing act, isn't it? And just like our meal analogy, if the balance is off, the result can be less than appetizing. That's why maintaining an optimum soil pH, especially for grassland, is so important. So, what's the optimum soil pH for grassland? Let's dive right in. The sweet spot for grassland soil pH generally falls between 6.3 and 6.5. But why this specific range, you may ask? Well, at this pH level, the soil creates an ideal environment for nutrient availability and microbial activity, both of which are crucial for healthy grass growth. With a pH within this range, nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, the building blocks of plant health, are readily available. Microorganisms, the unsung heroes of soil health, also thrive in this pH range, helping to break down organic matter into nutrients that grass can absorb. But what if your soil pH isn't in this range? That's where limbing comes in, but more on that in a bit. For now, just remember 6.3 to 6.5. That's your target for optimum grassland soil pH. So, how can limestone help in correcting soil pH? Limestone, a naturally occurring mineral, plays a significant role in adjusting soil pH levels. It's like a soil doctor that prescribes just the right medicine to bring your soil back to health. When limestone is added to soil, it reacts with the acids present and neutralizes them, thus increasing the soil's pH. This simple act of adding limestone can significantly improve your soil's fertility, making it more conducive for grass growth. But it's not just any limestone that does the trick. There are different types, each with its unique properties. Two of the most common types used in soil correction are calcium limestone and magnesium limestone. Calcium limestone, often referred to as calcitic lime, is primarily composed of calcium carbonate. It's an excellent choice for raising the pH of acidic soil, and it also supplies a good amount of calcium, a nutrient that's essential for plant growth. On the other hand, we have magnesium limestone, also known as dolomitic lime. This type of limestone not only contains calcium carbonate but also has a generous amount of magnesium carbonate. It's particularly beneficial for soils that are deficient in magnesium, another crucial nutrient for plant health. However, it's not just about tossing limestone on your soil and hoping for the best. These types of limestone need to be finely ground to be effectively absorbed by the soil. The finer the limestone, the quicker it can react with the soil and correct its pH. But remember, the timing of lime application is critical. Applying limestone at the wrong time could lead to less than optimal results. It's like baking a cake. The ingredients are important, but so is the timing. In our next segment, we'll delve into the best times to apply lime to your soil, ensuring that your grassland gets the most out of this soil correction process. Stay tuned. So, when should you apply lime to your soil? Now that we've covered the what and the why, let's dive into the when. Timing is a crucial aspect of effective liming. Generally, the best time to apply lime is when the soil is moist and the grass is actively growing. This could be in the spring or fall for most regions. When the soil is moist, it helps the lime to dissolve and react more quickly with the soil, increasing its effectiveness. Also, when the grass is growing actively, it can immediately benefit from the improved nutrient availability that results from the lime application. However, there are also times when you should avoid applying lime. For instance, during dry or frozen conditions, the lime is less likely to penetrate the soil and may not be as effective. Also, lime can be washed away by heavy rain, so it's best to avoid liming before a heavy downpour. It's also worth noting that lime doesn't have an immediate effect. It takes time for the lime to react with the soil and change the pH level, so don't expect instant results. The benefits of liming will be more evident over the long term. Remember, every piece of land is unique, and the timing of lime application can vary based on local conditions and soil types. Always consider the specific needs of your soil and grass. Applying lime at the right time can significantly improve your grassland's soil fertility. So, let's quickly recap what we've discussed today. We dive deep into the science of soil fertility, highlighting the critical role of soil pH. We learned that soil pH is more than a number. It's a determinant of nutrient availability for plants. When soil pH strays from the optimum, nutrients can become unavailable, affecting grassland health and productivity. We then honed in on the optimal soil pH for grassland, which sits between 6.3 to 6.5. This range ensures maximum nutrient uptake and promotes a thriving grassland ecosystem. To correct any deviations from this ideal pH, we introduced limestone as a valuable tool. We differentiated between calcium and magnesium limestone, each with its unique properties. Lastly, we talked about the timing of lime application, emphasizing that it's not just about applying lime, but knowing when to and when not to. Remember, understanding and managing your soil's pH can greatly improve its fertility and the health of your grassland. So let's make the most of our soil.